Alrighty then, it's time for a Malphite game, and this is Diamond MMR, as it is still in placement matches. And it is also quite requested by the fans, and it's a Rey Chorizo game. Which to, anyways, attack damage red, attack damage queens, armor yellow, magic resistance blues, 921, 0 masteries. Now, on Malphite, you can take any reds and quints as long as they're offensive. You can take magic pen red, and you can take some like attack damage queens or both attack speed ones. It doesn't really matter. It's just it's got to be offensive because most of the time it's just kind of bitch slapping things until they die. Now, as you guys know, I call Malphite Jungling's B student. His clearing is a bit above average. His dueling is a bit above average. Everything's a bit above average, except his ganking pre-level 6. It's pretty weak, but after level 6 it's really strong. So it kind of just averages out a little bit higher. So he is Jungling's B student. He's that kid in class who, when the teacher assigns an assignment, he raises his hand and says, "Hey, what's the minimum we have to do?" And then does exactly just that. He doesn't join any clubs. He doesn't do anything. He just does the bare minimum, but he does it well. And you probably may have been that student. We're all like, if we were better students, we wouldn't be playing video games all day. Anyways, as you can see, I'm just farming all the way up to level 6. Because top lane is pushing out against the Tryndamere, so I can't gank him. Diana's not an easy one to gank because it's sort of in the mid lane, and she's kind of always has Brand nearly dead. And bottom lane, against a Morgana and Caitlyn, I can't do shit until I'm level 6. So I power farm my way to level 6. I give Brand the blue because Diana's kind of kicking his ass in. And fortunately for me, my Hecarim is dominating his lane, so I don't really have to bother with him. So I rush level 6, go home, and buy a ward, buy a potion and everything, and then just try to head straight down bottom. Though I had to make a detour mid because Brand just died and gave blue bull to Diana. Anyways, this gank is not the cleanest gank ever, but there's just because there's mistakes everywhere. I don't know why the black shield went on her right off the bat. Thresh goes in. Like, I don't use my ultimate yet because the black shield is still on her, and then they get snared. Fortunately for me, Thresh flashes, hooks him in, and I use my ultimate as soon as Caitlyn had used her flash, so I still get her and Morgana. Unfortunately, the kills go to me. I wanted them both to go onto the graves. That's why you didn't see me punch the Morgana on the tower, but it seems the red buff and maybe the Sunfire aura killed her. Still, though, it's fine for us. They get a kill off of Nidalee just, I don't know, suddenly going up to them and dying. Anyways, I fight Diana. She jumps onto the Brand, and he tries to make the escape right now. It goes down because Morgana shows up. He goes up, and in comes Hecarim. I love this. The Hecarim is on point. He realized he could a huge fight might be happening here, or he might need to save the Brand. So he actually managed to show up a little too late. He doesn't get anything because bottom lane also reacted to this and helped us out. This made me so like joyous with glee when I was playing. I'm like, wow, my teammates are on point. They know that, it's better to, better lose some CS than risk the enemy team getting a kill or something. So we are also able to get Dragon off of that. Then we get, I secure my blue, we get a tower in top lane. It's going gloriously so well right now. Like, I guess bottom lane I was able to revitalize with the early shenanigans, but then this happens. I don't know. I figured if Thresh hadn't missed this, maybe Diana would have been punished a lot harder than she did. But she managed to get 2 kills for the team, and then then they ended up getting bottom lane too. So nonetheless, I'm building Randu and Zoan and Frozen Heart. A lot of the enemy team is very reliant on attack speed, and they all of them have no steroids for attack speed either. So the second I hit them with my E, they're likely going to have less than they're going to have about 0.5 in attack speed percentage or whatever you want to call it. 0.5 attack, there you go. In fact, there's going to be one scene that it actually made me angry. The enemy Trinity tries to 1v1 me, and you can tell that's already pretty much stupid as fuck. Either way, we catch said Tryndamere, and I believe he does get crippled, but I do believe he manages to kill the Hecarim here, yeah. We just don't do enough damage against him to finish him off quick enough, and then, of course, he uses his ultimate and just kind of cuts Hecarim to pieces. He's got no escape, so Hecarim was going to die anyways. I did my best anyways. So there's going to be 2 team fights here that are going to need some explanation. I actually hold my ultimates and don't use it to initiate, because there's sort of a problem with this team comp right now. My team comp and the enemy team comp. Oh wait, I gotta actually make fun of this. The Diana has to rely on her abilities to kill me because her attack speed isn't enough to do dick. So she realized that quickly and she tries to run, but of course she's pretty much slow to a crawl. I have my ultimate. I'm just holding on to it in case she tried doing anything. You saw her just be kind of slowly bitched to death. Anyways, the problem with Malphite has always been that if you use him to initiate, then God help you, you have no way of returning quickly enough to your teammates to protect them or something. So your initiation better be on point. If you, in this case, let's say I initiate on Diana, if I use my ultimate on Diana and Tryndamere isn't within range to get caught, or I don't slam him with my E, then my teammates are going to get eviscerated or anything. And in fact, that's what actually happens here. I try to use my body just to sort of keep them away, and I fuck up by using ground slam too early. And the Tryndamere just completely goes through. I didn't react fast enough, and I couldn't get the miss it together. So Tryndamere got loose from me. So I just decided to let it go and try to get a kill here from here. I just killed the Nidalee. Hecarim returns, and I believe he also gets a kill from the Tryndamere. So it was a really bad fight from my part. Like I said, what I hope to do is grab both Diana and Tryndamere, or at least grab one without the other one being able to slip by. Because again, I can't. If you initiate as Malphite, you have a really tough time returning to your teammates to protect them. So you better make sure your ultimate plus ground slam hits the intended targets, or else you're pretty much gonna let your teammates die. Again, Malphite was picked to just completely sever their attack speed. If my ground slam it hits them, if I were to hit them all with my ground slam, their damage would essentially be cut in half. Even for, well, except Morgana, of course, but even Nidalee will suffer from a lower attack speed. Especially a champion like Caitlyn, who has no attack speed steroids, she's going to get butchered. Tryndamere will get butchered. Diana has abilities, but she'll still also kind of get butchered too. So that's what I'm hoping for. I'm holding on to my ultimate until I either have to use it to return to my teammates and slam somebody who's trying to kill them, or put myself in a position to be able to ground slam multiple targets. In this case, I don't need to. We're just sort of waiting for, biding time for Hecarim to come from behind and just completely butt slam the Caitlyn. After that, I managed to get Tryndamere with my E, and I don't use my ultimate because, again, it's wholly unnecessary. And we just pretty much clean sweeped, and Hecarim took the steed, or took the lead on this one, and got a steed advantage in the fight. So no need to use the ultimate. Just hold on to it in case I needed to. So kill the dragon. We won that clean sweep, and I believe here we catch the Tryndamere as well. Yeah, Tryndamere. This is kind of upsetting too. We grab the Tryndamere. He gets slammed. He's got absolutely no chance of hell of surviving this. But Brandon pretty much goes into melee range, and Tryndamere sees his chance of getting one kill before he drops, and he ends up getting one kill. So it's completely not worth it for Brand to get in there. Graves gets caught by the Diana. We're kind of not giving her enough respect. I use my ultimate to catch up to him, and then he still gets speared by the Nidalee. So that's unfortunate. I couldn't save him. Though fortunately for us, Hecarim shows up and pretty much annihilates Nidalee, and I get the kill on the Diana. So it's still a worthwhile trade-off, 2 for 2. Oh no, 1 for 2, and top was 1 for 1, so 2 for 3, I guess, and within that little time span. Anyways, Frozen Heart is completed. The next item is Abyssal Scepter, just for just a tad bit more damage. And this is the part I was talking about. Tryndamere spins to attack me. He's got like 0.6 attack speed. He cannot do a damn thing. My teammates show up just to kill him, but even if they hadn't shown up, it would have just been the slowest death for the Tryndamere. This happens a lot. Like, I play Rammus, or I play something to counter the enemy team. The Master Yi uses Alpha Strike on me. I taunt him, and then he dies on top of me. It's like, what did you expect was going to happen? Though that was a good reaction by the Diana. In this case, I was using my ultimate just to get the cheap kill, because most of the enemy team was scattered, and Hecarim's ultimate is also kind of not used properly. Well, not used properly. It's countered by the stasis. Even then, though, we're huge, we're beefy, and they couldn't bring us down fast enough, so we still turn this around and get a lot of kills. Tryndamere shows up. He unfortunately will get the Hecarim, but we're able to get the red buff, and Graves is actually going to hunt him down. Well, not really hunt him down, but the Tryndamere kind of made a weird decision to sort of go back down bottom. You'll see, like, Graves goes over the wall, Tryndamere shows up, and I guess he wanted all this farm, but I was nearby. I'd kill him myself. So, yeah. I know this is kind of a stoppish, but this is diamond placement matches. Remember that. I picked Malphite strictly to counter the enemy team, and well, I gotta interrupt myself. This is gonna give you the most rock solid dick boner ever. We go on the Morgana. Thresh makes a long initiation on her, and then she's gonna flash backwards right now. Flash ultimate of us. I actually go down and I flash away so I don't get stunned. Because look at the grouping of the enemy team. I managed to hit all 4 of them, and Hecarim follows 2 to hit all of them as well, and they all get melted. Such a beautiful initiation there. I have to jerk myself off to that. Like, it was a. During that game, I just saw the 3 of them group up, and I just said to myself, this Morgana ultimate isn't going to do anything effective to me. But my god, they're clumped up. Flashed away, the ult blew off, and I slammed all 3 of them. I mean, I ended up hitting Morgana too, but I only thought I'd hit 3. I hit 4, and that was just good. And the follow-up from this Hecarim was beautiful. So... that's pretty much the game-winning situation. I mean, we were winning the game prior to that, but that pretty much solidified the victory. The enemy team pretty much probably had all their morale busted, just straight out, right, like flat out right there. Hecarim initiates in a really weird way. I guess he fucked up his mouse movements. But still, though, he initiates into Diana. I follow suit with my ultimate right now when we kill her, because she's kind of like the only one I figure is a threat. Harder to control than Caitlyn, I guess. And we finish off the Morgana as well. And with that, we get a resounding victory. I love this. Me and Hecarim fucking dominated the game. Hecarim brought the damage and the carnage. I brought the assists and debuffs. The enemy team could do dick this entire fight. So hooray for Malphite and hooray for Hecarim. Yay for placement matches.